So I made China Cultural Center. It's very loud, but the China Cultural Center is there, which is not what I was looking for. I still want to say that Thai Cultural Center is ahead, maybe towards those buildings over there. We'll see. We'll see how long the camera lasts. We'll walk in this direction because, again, yeah, it's kind of pleasant walking right now with nobody on the street. All this traffic. I mean, to be honest, like this neighborhood right now, like, you know, very reminiscent of, you know, like let's say in Europe, like when I'm in Padova, and you know, obviously you're not in center city, you're where people actually live. It feels like that, you know. There's a restaurant. That's pork, and that's awesome. I had that a couple times yesterday, and there's, I think they do like a couple different styles. One is they like, you know, grill the pork, but then they fry it. They fry the skin, which is really good. And you can see a restaurant there, hopefully, through these bushes. And there's, I think, a second restaurant there as well. Dandy. House of what? House of Yellow. It's a coffee place. This building here is the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority. Okay, good to know. Looks like a huge complex. I saw the I think the parking sign, and it drew my attention. Anyway, we'll go going in this direction and enjoy the walk. You know, get our steps in. Or at least I'm getting my steps in. And I had to actually cross the street earlier because I didn't catch that part, but I came to a point of like there's like an intersection, and there's like another, I think, boulevard that's basically adjacent to this one, and come up to an intersection from the other side, and you can see that there's a crosswalk on the other side, but you can't cross it. And then there's like a do not enter sign, but all the signage is in Sanskrit, so I don't actually know what it actually means, except that I recognize the do not enter symbol. Now I don't know if that's for pedestrians or if that's for cars, because there were I want to say that I'm pretty sure there were people making a right turn at that intersection, so I'm not 100% sure, but you can see we're getting closer to the buildings. And from what I like to see here is it looks like they already have a skywalk that will allow me to cross on the other side. And I wonder if those buildings is our destination, or at least one of the destinations I want to visit today, before I have to go back to the hotel and basically check out in a few hours. And then literally I'm checking out and probably heading to the airport straight. And then this is probably gonna be my last video too, because when I go to get to Hong Kong, I don't actually plan to make any videos there. But you never know, maybe it will just depend how it goes. I know there was the big fire that they had just had in Hong Kong, so I wonder how that is going to impact the trip, because obviously that's a big national or regional event, so I'm sure there might be some consequences because of it. And this looks like it's like maybe like a weekend market or something, I don't know. As you can see, they have a structure that they probably cover at night that gives them shade or keeps it from raining. And then they probably have like stalls and stuff, or I don't know, it's marked for parking and obviously volleyball there, but I'm not really sure. And what is this building? CW. Not really sure what that means. Kasian. I wonder if that was one of the real estate companies that I was looking at. Oh, it's CW Tower. Because there was I was looking online basically just to see like how much, you know, like smaller apartments go for. And you know, like I think Center City probably starting price is like, I don't know, 120, 130 USD. And then as you go farther out from Center City, they become a little bit cheaper. Okay, so from here, I wonder if that was the building we were just at earlier, and I just kind of somehow got turned around. But you can see this skywalk kind of takes you across there, over here. I think I'm gonna go across and go towards that CW tower and see what's there, and hopefully get a better view from up high. But you can see the Forum in the distance there. That's pretty cool. There's a whale thing. And I didn't really plan this because I'm actually already sweaty. So I may have to head to the hotel earlier than I expected, just to take another shower before my trip. The street, grab food. Okay. There's our staircase right here. I'm not gonna go to the tower because I kind of want to try to explore as much as I can. That sign right there says Ket Huai Huang, which I want to say that is a MRT station from what I remember when I was looking at the map, which means I could have taken the train all the way here, but I was not thinking. Well, I mean, plus, you know, I was literally trying to walk as much as I could, because I think my flight to Hong Kong is 2.5 hours. Let's say 3. So, you know, make the best of it. That like this side of the street has shade, and there's I think a slight breeze because I'm on like a lower elevation than what the building is. Actually, I kind of feel sleepy. So also I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to notice, but every time we walked, there are going to be a lot of car brands that we don't have in the States here, and I think that a lot of them are Chinese because I don't even recognize the symbols. So they're not like European brands or you know, something that I have seen while I used to live in Europe or been to Europe. want to say a lot of the electrical vehicles, like this one here coming up, I think that is definitely a Chinese brand. I mean, I've seen a few other ones, like electrical vehicles, like I think there's been obviously Tesla. I've seen a few Teslas around, and I think Volvo had a few as well. Okay, so now we are actually not really sure where we are, but we'll keep going this way in this direction just because I can see there's a lot more stuff in the distance. But this seems to be like, I guess, the community square. I don't know what to call it, because you know you have Big C, you have like I guess another shopping plaza. There's a lot of stuff like in that building there. Dude, it's not even December yet, and everything is decorated. Hey, 2026. I'm like, dude, there's at least a whole month before 2026. Maybe I'm mistaken about the MRT line because, again, the name. Wow, that looks like a market there. I may have to stop by on the way back if I don't find the MRT line. I think I can see stands there, which kind of looks cool. But I think this is like a real Thai massage where the lady is like breaking your back. That's what they do at the hotel. I actually had one yesterday in the morning. I had a 2-hour session, and it was the I did the Thai herbal compress massage again, where the lady is like literally, you know, beating the shit out of you for like the first hour, and then for the second hour to relax you, she does the herbal compress. But she has a tendency to, like, you know, like she'll warm up the, I guess the little sacks or whatever the hell they are with tea, and they're like really hot, and like she'll obviously like do like pressure points on your body. But eventually she'll get like 2 or 3 of those, and so she'll starts leaving them on like your tummy or your back or something, and like you'll literally like, you can feel it burning. Which, you know, first, like, yeah, it's cool, but then like it kind of starts hurting. But you know, I don't want to be the guy that's like, hey lady, this hurts, so I just let her, and then you feel good after it somehow. Thank you. I'm not sure why this guy's being so kind, but I appreciate it. And you can see more side streets here, a lot more to explore, but I don't think we're gonna have camera battery for it, so we'll just you know, do our best. What building is this one? The Forum Tower. That is what we saw in the distance earlier. I don't know if this is a residential building or a business building. But this building also has a shrine, and I don't know if it's a requirement for a lot of these, buildings, but there's always like a shrine at the corners. And obviously a lot of times there's like these skyscraper buildings at these corner locations. So I don't know, but I don't want to be like I don't want to be what is the word profiling, I guess, in a way. But obviously because the China Cultural Center was very close by, I wonder if like this is one of those neighborhoods where the Chinese people are buying up a lot of the real estate, because like in the neighborhood that I'm in, it feels like a lot of Japanese folks are staying there. you know, there's a lot of Chinese too, but definitely a lot of Japanese influence, because there's a lot of Japanese restaurants. And here, this being closer to, I guess, the Chinese cultural center, I wonder if this is, you know, like one of those neighborhoods. Because when we were here last time, one of the tour guides was telling us that, you know, there's like a real estate war between the two peoples, like the Japanese folks and the Chinese, because I think they're trying to grab as much as they can, because there is very limited inventory, especially for foreigners, because apparently there's one of the laws, which I don't remember the name of it. This is definitely a residential building, condominium. Diamond Machada. Check this one out. I'm gonna hopefully capture a video to look at it later, because right now I can't actually see Thai because the sun is my eyes. But the reason there is a limited inventory, and not just for Japanese and Chinese, but for all foreigners, is because whenever they build one of these buildings, regardless of how big the size of the building is, they cannot have more than 49% foreigner ownership. So the ownership of the building, you know, has to remain Thai. So you know, you're really stuck trying to find let's say a condo or an apartment or something where it hasn't already been bought out by foreigners. And the one thing you're gonna notice on the other side there's again some kind of, I'm not sure, a restaurant or some kind of building that's in Chinese. And you know, you can definitely see Chinese influence in this neighborhood. To be honest, I'm kind of not out of words to speak, but I'm just tired at this point because I've been walking for a couple hours, maybe longer, and you know, skipped breakfast. I'm a little hungry and thirsty right now, and I'm not sure how far I want to walk, because you know, it's almost 10 a.m. here, and I have to check out from the hotel by 12, so I'm definitely probably gonna take the either a taxi or an MRT line to go back, just because I'm all packed. It's just I literally have to, like, you know, grab my bags and go down to the reception and turn my key card in, and I have to pay for some stuff that I took out of the minibar. Not because I assume they're going to charge me for that, which I don't see why they wouldn't. So maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely did not see the, oh, there it is. So there's an MRT line right there across the street. So that probably means there's an entrance on this side as well. Oh man, look, there's a karaoke place across there too. Oh, that's pretty cool. Only did karaoke one time this trip, which is, you know, oh, there's the, on this side of the street as well, you can see the MRT line. This is BOAT. So this is actually not that far from, that soup station, because I think that one is 20 or 22. This one is 18. I'm gonna have to look at the map, because I feel like I definitely walked a lot longer than 2 train stations, like a lot longer. But then again, I was kind of zigzagging and, you know, not going in any good direction, I would say. But this building here, it's definitely residential, because you can see all the balconies and stuff. Yeah, so maybe I'll just keep walking until the camera dies, because I think it's gonna die almost any minute now. So if I lose you guys, I lose you, no big deal. But I'm just gonna try to capture as much as I can from this part of town, I guess, because I don't know if I've ever been in this direction before. Usually, like, every time I go to anywhere, not just here, you know, I have plans, but I also have, you know, days where I just wander. And I feel like the days you wander are the best, because you see the most. Alright, another MRT line, and this one is Hai Kwan. Okay, so this is the one I was thinking of. So maybe the name of it before that I thought wasn't MRT. But you know, you can see like these residential buildings are on the main streets. So I wonder how noisy it is. La, 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 la.